こんにちは。IALC学校紹介動画をご覧いただき誠にありがとうございます。IALC 日本マーケット担当の伴めぐみと申します。IALC は日本名を世界語学学校協会といって、世界20カ国にある独立経営及び私立の語学学校の品質を厳しく審査し、認定している非営利団体になります。現在では20カ国から10の言語を教える約140の語学学校が認定を受けています。本日はドイツ南部の町リンダウの語学学校ディアローゲのご紹介を学校担当者のクリスティーナさんに英語で行っていただきます。その前に簡単に日本語でご説明をさせていただきます。リンダウはスイスとオーストリアの国境に面するボーデン湖に浮かぶ島で、鉄道も橋を介して乗り入れる観光の町です。学校は駅の建物に入っており、テラスからアルプスの山々とボーデン湖を望むことができ、美しいヨーロッパの景色を楽しむことができます。ディアローゲは1991年の創立から30年以上、語学指導と留学生のサポートに大変力を入れており、失礼いたしました。一人一人の留学生の語学学習を達成できるよう、また生徒さんが最終的にドイツ語で夢を見たり、ドイツ語で考えるようになることを望んでいます。そのためには、優れた専門的な指導のほかに、楽しく信頼関係の上に成り立つ雰囲気や、質の良いホームステイファミリーと、滞在施設と留学生にとって最良の環境づくりに励んでいます。ホームステイに関しましては、留学生の受け入れを楽しみ、異なる文化に興味を持ち、コミュニケーションを積極的にとってくれる誠実なファミリーをご案内しています。学生寮は学校から歩いて通える距離にあり、世界各国から集まった他の留学生と友達になり、ドイツ語を使う機会がたくさんあります。アクティビティにつきましては、リンダが、種類が、豊富です。そのため、ディアローゲでは様々なアクティビティを提供しており、生涯の友人を作る機会を提供しています。噛んでしまったり長くなってしまいましたが、クリスティーナさんのプレゼンテーションをお願いしたいと思います。クリスティーナさん、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。
Konnichiwa, my name is Christina. I'm the Marketing and Sales Manager of Dialoge Bodensee Language School in Lindau. We are in the very south of Germany. And today I just want to present our school, give you some information and hope you get a nice impression about the school. I would like to start my presentation with an image video of Lindau, the city where we are actually located in. And then after the little video, I will come back and give you more details about our school and what we're all about. So if you want to bear with me and watch the video, please enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this little video with me and learn a little bit more about our city, Lindau. I will now open my PowerPoint presentation to give you a better idea. 1 second for that. Here we go. So today I will be telling you more about our school. As you can see in this picture, we have a nice picture of the harbor. This is actually a view from the school. So we are right next to the city's harbor and the promenade that comes with us. About our school, I want to give you a few more information. Dialoge was founded 31 years ago. From day one, there was German teacher at the school. We are a German language school for German as a second language. We do efficient learning in small classes. So we have a maximum of 12 students per class, whereas the average is more of 8 students per class. We are always trying to create a familiar and relaxing atmosphere. And I think this is something that you could also see in the video that was shown earlier. Lindau is a small city and everyone kind of like knows each other. We have a lot of cooperation with neighbors, with other businesses. So it's just one big family and hopefully everyone feels quite relaxed and comfortable in their family. We do follow high standards. As you know, we are a member of IALC, but we are also a member of FDSV, FADAF, and we are CSN certified. We are also a certified test center for TELC and test staff exams. Those exams are internationally recognized and they're mandatory for university or boarding school access. We've been so far a second home for more than 100 nationalities over the past 3 decades, and we are thrilled to expand all the nationalities we have had at the school so far. We do offer a wide variety of courses and programs. We do think that every student should be treated individually, so we always try to find the proper program for the student and sometimes even move out of our programs that we already have to just find the most suitable thing for our students. Our teachers are all qualified and loyal teachers. We have teachers who have been with the school for more than 20 years. We also have some younger teachers, so it's a nice combination of experience and new modern intakes on how to teach German. And what's very, very important for us is that we are generating a very safe environment for all genders, age groups, nationalities, and backgrounds. We do not see difference in terms of skin color, for example, age or learning disabilities whatsoever. But we do see a difference in treating everyone individually, so we can actually follow up with their needs and find the best way possible to help them accomplish and reach their goals. Lindau is a very interesting area. As you can see in this picture, it looks quite wintry. Even now, winter has hit. There's some snow over here. It does get cold in winter, and it's actually a really nice place to go for skiing in the area. But then also during summer, it turns into the summer holiday spot where a lot of tourists are actually visiting the city. About our location, Lindau is at Lake Constance. Lake Constance is the biggest lake in Germany, and it does connect Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. We have about 25,000 inhabitants. So this is not a big city, but as I told you before, it just turns into a very safe environment. We do know a lot of companies and neighbors in the city. It's only a 6-kilometer drive to Austria, 20-kilometer drive to Switzerland. So while you are in Lindau, you can actually visit those 2 other countries within a few minutes. As I mentioned before, Lake Constance is the biggest lake in Germany, but it's also the 3rd biggest lake of Europe. It's a cultural and culinary hotspot, and it's easy to commute in Lindau on foot, by bicycle or bus. There are a lot of bicycle paths in Lindau, so a lot of students enjoy to take their bikes during spring, summer, and autumn. But even the bus system, it's very easy to handle. And then all of our student accommodations, apart from the host families, can be reached on foot. There are 4 airports in the area. We have Friedrichshafen, Memmingen, Zurich, and Munich. We offer transfers from them, but there are also great train connections to go from there to Lindau. As you can see, we are kind of like in the hub or the center of Europe, and it's easy to reach other countries from here, even France, or if you're interested to go into Czech Republic, Prague, you can do all of those excursions. This is our school. Our school is located in the historic train station building on Lindau Island. So we have about 22,000 people living on the mainland, and there's an island connected to the mainland via a train track, but also a street for driving and for walking. On the island itself, we have about 3,000 people living. Most of our accommodations are on the island. There is one accommodation which is just off the island, but I will get to that in a little bit. Our school is located in the city center of Lindau Island. So the historical part of Lindau is actually on the island where we are. The building has 3 stories, different rooms. We have 14 classrooms. As I mentioned before, those are for maximum 12 students. We also have a cafeteria with a vending machine and free snacks that we put out for the students. Those can be some sweets, but we're also trying to include healthy options. So we always have some fruit around or nuts for the students. We do have a media library where students can borrow books, DVDs, CDs, games, and practice their German outside of class. We do have a very nice roof terrace, which has recently been renovated. So we are having a lot of barbecue parties on there during summer, but can also be used if the weather is not as great, as we have rooftops as of recently. So students won't get wet if it should ever rain. We do have different common areas for the students to play table football, just to rest, to read, to hang out with each other. And we try to just create those comfy little areas around the school. Obviously, we do have restrooms for the students, and we have a cinema party room. So we can actually show movies for the students there, or have like a little cocktail night. And yeah, all different kinds of parties for the students. Here you can see a few pictures of our school, of some of the classrooms or the little areas where students can hang out together, and also our roof terrace on the top right. As you can see on that picture from the roof terrace, you have a direct view onto the harbor and Lake Constance, but also onto the Alps and Austria and Switzerland, which are just across from the school. This is our team. Our team is experienced and certified. As I mentioned before, some of our teachers have been with the school for over 20 years. Some of the office workers have been here for 10 plus years. And it's a nice mixture of different interests. And all of our teachers and staff members are goal-oriented and responsive to individual needs. As I mentioned earlier, it's really important for us to get to know the student, know what their goals are, so we can target specific needs and go from there. The thing about us being a small school really allows us to be very flexible in those terms. We are also multilingual. We have quite a few other languages that we can speak, Italian, French, and so on. Unfortunately, we do not have a Japanese representative at the school, but in the past, we have always found a way to properly communicate with all the students. I think the fact that we are a small school and we can actually take the time to talk to our students individually, no one needs to feel rushed or feel uncomfortable. And then, as you probably could already tell from what I've been telling you, is that we are all very friendly and open-minded. All of us have either lived abroad or traveled abroad quite a bit. We've all learned a different language, so we know how it feels like if you're in a new country learning a new language. And I think that really helps us in providing the best support for our students. We have different program categories at the school. We do have programs for juniors. We have programs for adults. We have some other programs that we'll briefly talk about later. And we have accommodations. For our juniors, we have a summer school, which is going to run for 6 weeks between the end of June and the beginning of August next year. It's for 14 to 17-year-old students. As I mentioned, mid-June to the, it's supposed to be to the beginning of August, and it's 25 units per week. Levels are beginner from B2 level. The program itself is the language course, which focuses a lot of on communicative skills, but it's also paired with a nice leisure program, which is a daily program, and it involves excursions to different cities in the region, to some of the biggest cities, like Munich or Stuttgart, for example, but also a lot of different fun activities for the students. Accommodations can be in a youth guest house or in a host family. It's also maximum 12 students per class. Usually the average proves to be smaller, so it's more like 8 students on average. Already mentioned the homestay or the youth guest house. It also includes full board, breakfast and dinner at the accommodation, and a lunch is served at the school, and the daily leisure program. Then we have a high school preparation program. This is for 13 to 17-year-old students. The program runs usually 6 to 10 months, depending on the level that the student already has. It's 30 units per week, and then we also add math and English lessons. So every other Friday, it would either be math or English lesson held in German. English lesson, obviously, in English. In addition, there will be level reports. So after each level, the parents on the agency receive a level report on the progress of the student. We take students from a 0 to C1 level. Again, maximum 12 students per class. And the students are usually accommodated in a host family in a single room with full board, and can also participate in our leisure program. We also offer a gap year. This is for students aged 15 to 17 years who are not quite sure yet what they plan on doing. They can participate 12, 24, 36, or 48 weeks. It's 25 units per week. It does include level reports as well. It goes from A0 to C1 level. Once again, maximum 12 students per class. Homestay in a single room and full board as well. So it's very similar to the high school preparation program. However, it's a few lessons less. And it also does not include math and English lessons. So this is really for students who are not quite sure what to do next and who do want to have an intense German learning experience. Now we're going to the programs for our adult students. Basically, we are starting with an intensive course of German. This is a morning course for 16 plus students. Students can book the course from 1 week on, but it can extend up to 40 or even more weeks. It's 20 units per week. So classes run Monday to Friday from 9 to 12:30. We offer all levels from beginner to C1. And we focus on reading, writing, listening, and speaking, but also on grammar and new vocabulary during those lessons. There's a leisure program for adults, which is offered, and students can choose if they want to participate or not. Then we have add-on classes to that intensive course. One of them is our conversational training. We have the same, basically same information, but with a difference that this course is 5 units per week. It's on 2 afternoons, usually Monday and Wednesday. And it really does focus on communication, free and confident speaking, and presentations. The other afternoon course that can be added on is our exam preparation. And this really pushes our students to pass their exam. So this one is also 5 units per week, and it does focus on the preparation for all the TEG exams or the TESOP exam. And it will also be taken at our school. We offer the TEG exam every 5 weeks, whereas the TESOP exam we offer according to their official dates. Having the preparation at our school and then also taking the test at our school, having the oral exam with our teachers really boosts the confidence of the students because they already feel comfortable with our teachers and they've done some sample exams. So they feel quite comfortable in doing the exam. And then we also have a university support program. Now, this is in combination with the intensive course and exam preparation. Why is that? Because we are helping our students on their way to German university. We help them study German at our school to the specific level. It could either be Studienkolleg or it could be university straight away. This always depends on the previous transcripts that students have accomplished. And then we evaluate those transcripts. We plan when they should start their course according to when they have to take their exam for Studienkolleg or register for the university. And then we are finalizing their CV and their motivation letter for the university. And then we also go through with the Studienkolleg or university application for the student. So this is usually about a 6 to 12 month program, starting like from the planning to actually accomplishing the appropriate level, passing the exam, and then sending off the student to university. Other programs include private tuition. This can be on-site, but it can also be online. Also, our adult courses can be taken online. This is especially important for students who are waiting on their visa, who have a fixed study plan, and really need to get going with their German, so they can join our classes online. The classes are hybrid classes, so they will already be in class with their future classmates who are on site and with a live teacher. We also offer group and school trips at our school. Those can be fully individualized from 15 to 30 lessons per week, different activities, different accommodation options, you name it, and we try to provide it. And we also have manager courses. This is for established working class people who are interested in boosting their German level, especially for their type of work. So we will prepare business meetings for them, and we just help them out. While they are here in Lindau, they will be accommodated in a VIP accommodation or in a VIP host family. We have accommodation in host families. They are 10 to 30 minutes distance to school. This is either by foot, by bike, or by bus. We offer single and double rooms, and depending on our program, full or half board. Host families must meet our quality standards, and those are provided by IALC and FDSV, and they also need to prove and provide a clean criminal record. Our host families are being visited every year. So we check up on them to see if anything changes and if they still meet our standards. We do have a student house, which is just in front of the island. It's about a 15-minute walk to school or a 4-minute ride by bus. There are single or double rooms. There's a shared kitchen, living space and terrace, shared toilets and showers, divided by genders. We also have a student apartment, which is also in the historical train station. So it's just a 2-minute walk from the school. There's single and double rooms. It's for a maximum of 4 students. And there's shared kitchen, living space and bathroom. And it's located on the island, which is quite nice for the students if they want to go out in the evening for dinner or for a drink. Then we have little mini studios at CNS. These are also in a 2 minutes walking distance to school and located in the historical center. The studios can actually be booked as single or doubles. And they have their own kitchenette, shower, and sink. And then each floor has 2 studios and they share 1 toilet. We are also working with a hostel, which is also just across the street in 2 minutes walking distance. And there we have single and double rooms, shared kitchen, toilets and showers, also shared by gender. And it's also located on the island as it is just across the street from the school. Now, in terms of the leisure program, there are 3 different kinds of leisure activities that we offer. One of them are the full day excursions. I've put in a few pictures here. On the top left, we have Munich, which is the capital of Bavaria. We also have Stuttgart in the bottom left. We have Constance, for example, which is also at Lake Constance and the biggest city at Lake Constance on the right side. So for those full day excursions, we usually pick a Saturday or one of our public holidays to take the students there. And then there's always a guided city tour included and the visit of some of the landmarks or museums that are around. And there will also be some free times for students to discover the city on their own, but also to do some shopping if they would like. Then we have, our half-day excursions. Half-day excursions are usually for about 5 to 6 hours, and they're more like in the region. For example, in the top left, we have Friedrichshafen. Friedrichshafen is very known for the Zeppelin Museum or the O'Neill Museum, for example. It's also at Lake Constance, but we always try to make use of all the countries that we have around us. So on the very right, you actually see the gondola to Pfänder, which is the Hausberg, house mountain of Bregenz, just across the border in Austria. From the top there, you have a really nice view onto the Lake of Constance. And you can also actually find the school if you look down on the island. It's a very nice place. You usually take the gondola up with the students, see the wild park up there, enjoy the view, and then take them on a little hike back down and a visit of the city just along the harbor. And then on the bottom left, we do see the Rhine Falls in Switzerland. So we are also doing trips to Switzerland. It's really nice to take the boat and drive over the Rhine and have a nice view at those Rhine Falls. And then last but not least, we do have activities, and we are trying to offer interesting activities throughout the year, throughout the different seasons. So on the top left, you see some toggles going down the hill during winter time. We also try to do a skiing weekend for the students. On the bottom left, we do have water sports. On the top right, we have an alpaca. We do alpaca visits, horseback riding, spend time in nature. And then on the bottom right, we do have a little fair, which happens twice per year in Lindau. And it's at the harbor, so the view is magnificent and the students really, really enjoy it. So Now, this has been my presentation, and I hope you liked it and you learned a lot more about Lindau. To maybe sum it up is that Lindau might be a small city, but there are a lot of things to do, and we offer a lot of programs for our students. What's really important is that our students feel super comfortable in Lindau, that it's a safe place for students to develop their skills. The fact that Lindau is surrounded by 2 other German-speaking countries also allows our students to speak a lot of German and listen to a lot of different German dialects. In big cities, you might hear a lot of English or a lot of international language. Here in Lindau, it's quite different. If you go to the bakery, to the restaurant, you will be approached in German. And I think that's the best way to learn German in general. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and the little image film about Lindau. And I hope we will see some of you or some of your students very soon. Thank you.
はい、クリスティーナさん、ありがとうございました。大変詳しいプレゼンテーションをしていただきました。ご視聴いただいている皆様には、リンダウとディアローゲの特徴やたくさんの魅力を知るきっかけになりましたら幸いです。先ほど、私の方でリンダウのロケーションをボーデン湖と呼んでご紹介いたしましたが、ボーデン湖はコンスタンツ湖とも呼ばれるそうで、クリスティーナさんはコンスタンツ湖と呼んでいました。ご了承ください。ご質問がございましたら、ぜひお気軽にクリスティーナさん、またはIALCにお問い合わせいただければと思います。皆様をディアローゲにお迎えできるのをお待ちしています。本日は学校紹介動画をご視聴いただき誠にありがとうございました。Thank you, Christina, for your time and for the beautiful presentation.
Thank
Thanks.
you too. Thank you for the
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. ありがとう
Bye-bye.
ございました。